Okay, I want to share a story with you so that you understand. And through the whole lecture, all the lectures you are with me, you'll be finding that I'm telling you so many stories. Okay, but you need to find out the things, what I'm trying to convey you. The first story that I'm going to share with you, number one. Remember, I'll be asking you, what's the message of that story? So listen to me very carefully, what I'm trying to say you. He said that a boy and his father, they were on a train journey. And they were having a beautiful journey. And the boy was looking at the outside, and he was asking his father, Father, I have a few questions to you, and I'm going to ask you. And the father said, yes, do proceed. And he said, Father, the sky is blue. And the father replied, yes, the sky is blue. And then again, the train moves on, moving on so fast, and he again asks a question, a silly question. Father, the trees are green? And the father said, yes, the trees are green. And this time, he asked the silliest question that one could have ever asked. He looked at his father and he asked, Father, you are my father? And the father said, yes, I'm your father. So a lady from the back door, from the back seat, she just knocked like that and said, hey, I think I think your son had a problem. You should take him to a doctor. What did she say? I think your son had a problem, a psychological crisis your son had. Please take him to a doctor. And what do you think? What did the father reply? The father replied that, just a few days back, my son had an operation, the eyes operation. He was blind for his whole lifetime. And for the very first time, he's seeing the beautiful sky of the God. And for the very first time, he's seeing the beautiful trees of the God. And for the very first time, he's seeing me. You get me? Yeah. And he said, this is how the father concluded the story. He said that every life has a story to tell. So don't judge anyone. Get me? Number one, story. Was that moral? No. Every life has a story to tell. Clear? Number two. You know that Nelson Mandela was one of the greatest leaders on the earth. Whoever you are, you may belong from Amazon, you may belong from Barbados, you may belong from America. Whoever you are, you have heard the name of Nelson Mandela. And it's acknowledged all over the world that Nelson Mandela was one of the greatest leaders that has walked on the earth. Clear? One of the greatest leaders. Undoubtedly. Clear? No one is going to argue with you. If you say that Nelson Mandela was a great leader, full stop. Yes, he was a great leader. No one is going to argue. So he said that, once the question was asked to him, that how did you become a great leader? What was the main thing that forced you to become a great leader? That was the first question. Then he said, my father was a tribal chief. What's the chief? Like, he was the tribal head, right? His father was a tribal head. And when his father used to take Nelson Mandela with him, you'll be finding that they used to sit in a circle. Okay? And his father was the head of the tribe, okay? So he'll be sitting in the middle, okay? And all the people, because the tribal people, they'll be circling him. The leader, they'll be circling him. And you know what? He said that, my father used to say one thing. After everyone speaks, he will speak at last. What he used to do? He used to listen to everyone, and he'll be the very last to speak. People say that what? People say, that listen carefully. But I would say that be the last to speak. You get me? And Nelson Mandela was someone like that. He'll be very last to speak. And when he speaks, he rips the floor. It's not something that all the time you need to speak. No. Listen. And be the last to speak. And there's another lesson. What's the lesson? The lesson is that when you have an argument with me as well, don't say, if I ask you something, hey, what is the main purpose of this class? And don't answer me, or if you have a disagreement with me, don't say, I don't agree with you. No, that's not the way you need to put an agreement. That's not the way. You shouldn't be going in that way. To go for an argument, the very first thing, never say no or never say yes. To go for an argument, always raise question. If you have disagreement with me, don't say, sir, I don't like this. Say, could we just go for it in this way? Ask me the question. Then you come to your point. Try to establish your logic. The way you want me to support your logic. You get me? What's that? Message is very clear. Don't say yes or no in an agreement or disagreement. Try to come up with your own questions. If you have disagreement with me, don't say, sir, I have I fully disagree with you. No. Rather say that, why are you doing this? Can we do it in another way? Right? It sounds good. It sounds better for you. Clear? That's the word. Number 4, it's very significant. Are you writing it down, what I'm saying? I'll be asking you the question. Number 4, and it's more interesting. If I say you something, I know that you maybe disagree with me and I don't mind, but you know what? At the end of the day, tomorrow you'll be understanding what I tried to convey you. So let me say you a very true story so that you can learn. Every one of you, and again I say that, you know what? You want to be a leader, right? All of you want to be a leader, right? You want people to, follow you, right? Facebook, Twitter, right? All the time you want. Instagram, give me a like, right? And the girlfriend says, you know what? The boyfriend will be really, I think the boyfriend, those who are the modern boyfriends, they're in a real trouble because the girlfriend, uploads a lot of pictures and the boyfriend is sleeping, but he can't give a reaction, Baby, you're looking so good. So it's the problem actually we have. Anyway, if you want to be a leader, I know that. Why you do actually, from all the successful people, you'll be arranging a session with that, right? They'll be coming, giving you a speech, and you'll be the audience. And at the end of the program, you'll be given a certificate. Good leader. It's not how the leaders are created. Getting a certificate won't make you a leader. And all the, the leaders are coming, and they're giving you a speech, and then you get a certificate, and you finally, you know what? I have a leadership certificate. But does it make you a leader? No. No. Leadership is something that you need to have. It's not a one-day process. And it's not something that whoever you are, you can be a leader. No, it's a consistency. How consistency? Let me give an example. Like if a boy wants to, if he loves a girl, the very first thing, what is he going to do at first? You say, what? You know what? I love you a lot. And I want to give you a treat in like Sheraton. I want to give you a treat. Right? In the Valentine's Day, you come up with the rose, right? And the girl said nothing to you, right? And you are always tensing. Why? You are worried all the time. Why? Because, the girl is not responding to your call. And that's why you're just thinking, what should I do? What should I do? Your love ultimately breaks down. Why? Because your love becomes unsuccessful. Because you can't, you know what? You have only given a rose when it was Valentine's Day. What about other 364 days? You know that what? You offered her lunch or breakfast for only one day. What about other 364 days? And now let's just think of opposite right now. Like you have your girlfriend or boyfriend, or you have a wife, after each morning, you just get up from your bed and you say, good morning. And the communication begins with you. And every single day, you say good morning. Every single morning, you say good morning. The communication was going, you find that because of this consistency, meaning that the regularity, human's emotion starts to grow for you. Think, let me give an example. Like your father. Okay, he's an old guy, and all the time you know that your father would love to have a drink at the middle of the night. So you get up before your father and you open the fridge and you always keep a glass of water on the table for your father. And you do it every single night. What do you think? This is called love, this is called consistency, and this is called leadership. This is how you have to be a leader, consistency. It's not like one day show. Every single day you have to do it, and then you become a good leader. Consistency. Even God loves consistency. Now you have, right now, we have a Tarawih session right now going on every single night. It's as if like you just, touch your pant and say, today I'm going to offer 20 rakat Tarawih, right? And you go to the masjid and say, 8 rakat pullo hai. Then you come back, right? Then you come back from the Tarawih. It's something that God doesn't need your 8 rakat, 20 rakat. He needs your consistency.
What means consistency?
Regularity. You get me? Okay, so this is one thing. So to be a leader, you need to be consistent. Every single day you are doing something. Clear? Every single day you're practicing this whole thing, the same thing. If you think of Cristiano Ronaldo or if you think of Messi, consistency, right? Right? Practice. So to be a leader, it's not a one-day program that you get a certificate. It's a consistency. All the time, you push yourself to break the boundary. Okay, last. You know what? To get promoted, what people do? People, all over the world. Do you think that after end of the semester, I'll be asking you a question, and that's why I want to pose that question to you, the very first question. You will respect me because you know what? I'm your teacher. You know my face, and that's why you respect me. If I haven't been your teacher, and I met you outside of the classroom, you're not going to respect me. You won't even look at me. Am I right or wrong? If I'm not your teacher, are you going to look at me outside? No. Because today you know that I'm a teacher. But before that, did you know that I was your teacher? No. Now, let me tell you a true story. The head of defense ministry, you know what? He said that he's traveling in a big room. He came to give a lecture, to have a training session. And he said that when he was giving the training, he said that let me go for a flashback. Let me go for a off script. And he started telling a story. He said that last year, when I came to the same place and I came to the same room, but not as a trainer, but I came as a head of defense ministry. While I was coming to that place last year, someone booked my ticket to come here. Someone booked my hotel room. And when I just get down from the airport, when I was just coming back from the airport, someone received me, took me to the hotel room, it says that the red carpet was there, and I walked over the red carpet, okay, and I just went to the hotel room, and then there was someone he gave me a cup of coffee, even before I asked for a coffee. He gave me a coffee in a ceramic cup. Okay? Look at the incident. He was served a cup of coffee in a ceramic cup, and he said that I enjoyed the coffee a lot. But today, while I was coming to that training session, you know what? I came into the same room, into the same place, but no one booked a ticket for me. But no one booked a hotel room for me. And no one called a car for me. I need to book a taxi. And then I came here. You get me? And today when I was looking for a cup of coffee, and I was asking, where is the hub of the coffee? And someone just pointed, where is that? Just go here, here's the coffee. And he said that, I just want to give you an example right now. That's why I brought it for you. This is how I love teaching. So he said that the very first day he came to the hotel room, he was served in a ceramic cup, right? You can see that it's a ceramic, right? Right? And before even asking for the coffee, someone come and said, sir, it's the coffee for you, right? And today, what's that? And today, when he was asking for the coffee, And then someone pointed, go to the coffee hub and you have to serve yourself. And then he went there and he said that today I got the coffee in a styrofoam cup. That's called styrofoam, okay? Okay? So I need to serve myself. And then he said that, you know what? People never loves you. People never love you. People love your designation. People love your position. And he said that the ceramic cup of coffee was meant for my position, not for me. And I deserve a styrofoam cup of coffee. You get me? Do you get me, really? So you know what? Let me tell you, it's very honest, to be honest. When you respect someone, you respect him for his designation or his position. You're never going to respect him out of love. Do you really love me? Do you really love, you know what? I can say that, what should I say? Because you do so many silly things for marks. And you start loving someone, I just show love to your teacher, but you never love him. Again, I say that, don't do that. Because at the end of the day, I know my limitations. I know that I deserve a cup of coffee in a styrofoam cup. I don't deserve a cup of coffee in a ceramic cup. And if someone gives me a cup of coffee out of love and he is just serving me, it's not that he's serving me, he's serving my position or my designation. You get me?
Yes.
That's the true fact. Clear? So this is what I want you. So I know that deep in my heart, you don't need to do buttering to my body. You don't need to do welling. Sir, you look so smart today. I want to have a selfie with you, right? You don't need to do that because I know what you want. And I know my limitations as well. You get me? So you don't need to do. Your performance will help you to get your marks. Your manner will help you to get marks. I don't give marks to my students who are really good students. I give marks to my students who are really good in manner. Get me? Clear? It's not a big deal for me if you're honest and sitting in my class. But when you're in my class, you're my student. Get me? So I'm not going to give you marks because you are lovely, beautiful, and you are the best students at the university. I don't mind. What I mind actually all about your manners. If you have a good manners, I'll be giving you huge marks. And if you're a good guy, you'll get a good marks. Clear? Hopefully you got me, right?